What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today it is another episode in the Jackson King saga, but before we begin, I just want to give a shout out to all you guys. You guys have been killing the game, and we are back here, and we're going to keep pumping out these Jackson King episodes. And today it is another SEC East foe here in South Carolina. As you can see, look at some of the numbers there, running through some of the team info. Kentucky there, 0 national championships. We're going to look to change that at some point. But our schedule thus far, we got South Carolina, number 6 Bama on the horizon there. But look at the team leaders there. Terry Wilson's still at the top of the charts with Rose and Bowden Jr. But without further ado, we're going to get into this South Carolina game and keep the action rolling here and see if Jackson King can come away with his second win in his second career start. So let's get right into it. So here we are in Williams-Brice Stadium for this SEC East matchup. The Kentucky Wildcats, head coached by Mark Stoops, coming in here into South Carolina and looking to make a show here, looking to take control of their SEC East hopes and dreams, and they are looking to get a dub in this cold, rainy day. But without further ado, it is kickoff here. Lynn Bowden Jr. back to receive. Let's see what he can do coming out of the end zone. Going up the middle of the field, tries to put on some moves, gets up to the 25-26 yard marker, and it will be Jackson King coming onto the field in his second career start to see what he can do. He had a beautiful game last week against the Florida Gators, only 1 incompletion all game, and here he is today, starting the game off with a handoff to Asim Rose, who fights his way up the middle, a nice 11-yard gain. Here on this rainy day, the ground game is going to look to be very important for this Wildcat offense as Rose gets the handoff again up the middle, this time only a short gain of 2. But the theme is still the same here with South Carolina, only 3 D linemen. The ball is up the middle again. Rose 9 yards this time, and he's gotten the ball on the first 3 plays of the game. Finally, though, Jackson King says, I'm going to keep it myself here. He goes up the left sideline on the speed option, a 10-yard rush, showing off the wheels there, Jackson King. Hasn't been the most mobile quarterback, but he's got enough to get the job done. Later here at 2nd and 5, full formation, 2 tight ends set. Asim Rose gets the handoff, goes over to the left side, tries to break off of a tackle there. 4-yard rush, but it will be 3rd and 1 here. Upshaw over in motion, going to be Kavosi Smoke here in the backfield on this play. He gets enough for the edge, and it is the first down there, Kavosi Smoke. And it looks like Jackson King here in shotgun formation is going to get his first opportunity to throw the ball today, and he finds Oliver over the middle, but it bounces off of his hands. This rainy conditions not going to be ideal here for the passing attack. 2nd and 10 here. King's got a man wide open in the flats, but the outside linebacker blitz there got to him so quickly, and he is down there on the field. Terry Wilson has to come in, throws the ball away, and it is a punt there for the Wildcat offense. Very unfortunate with how they started this game, moving right down the field here. But defense gets a stop, gets the ball back, and Asim Rose takes it up the field there for a 5-yard gain. This time King is scrambling out wide, floats a touch pass there to Lynn Bowden Jr. Nice 18-yard reception there. Taking another look, Lynn Bowden following across the field there. Jackson King puts it only where his man can get it. Gets hit on the play, but it still delivers a good ball there. Later here, empty set backfield, Jackson King once again. He loves rolling to his right. Floats another one right over the head of a defender there. Allen Daly Jr., the freshman, this time on the receiving end. Could have been a dangerous play there with the cornerback lurking, but didn't make a play on it. And good news for the Wildcats. This time, finding Rigg over on the right side. Once again, Justin Rigg, one of the favorite targets of Jackson King thus far this season, as King throws across his body and gets driven into the dirt as a consequence there. Gamecock defense not happy with him. This time, Rose, though, making some nice moves on the right side. And Asim Rose has just been a weapon this season, going well with this offensive line. The Kentucky offensive line paving the way for him early in the season. But this time, Rose finds Josh Ali over the middle for a nice 25-yard gain there, getting down into the goal line situation. Josh Ali, number 6, the senior on this squad, having a great showing here and a good repertoire with Jackson King early in the season, though. Later here, Jackson King rolling right and finds Daly Jr. there on the right side, fits it into a super tight window that only Jackson King had the arm strength to do. And rolling to his right side, his favorite side, and he just had to make the play happen. extend the play, and he makes a beautiful throw here to fit it right in between two defenders, get a better look. And Allen Daly Jr. there is on the receiving end. Defense gets the job done once again, and the Wildcat offense is back out here looking to extend the lead to 2 scores. Asim Rose there, another 7-yard rush, but that'll do it for the first quarter. Lightning quick there, but Kentucky up 7-0, and we will see if Mark Stoops continues to pound the ground game here going into the second quarter. Coming out here, 2nd and 3 to start off the second quarter here. Pistol formation. Jackson King keeps the ball, running up the right side here. Looks to make a move, slides down so he don't get rocked. But a great play there. Jackson King showing off the wheels that he does have. Coach trusting him in the read option play there. This time a draw, though, to Rose up the middle. Finds a seam, fights forward. Another 9-yard gain. 84 rushing yards already for this team. And look at the total yards, 150 to 6 for South Carolina. The Kentucky defense putting on a clinic here today as Asim Rose gets a 9-yard rush up the middle once again. Kentucky Wildcats are driving here on 2nd and 8. Read option again. Jackson King keeps it again. Runs up that seam there, trying to follow his blockers. Makes a couple man miss there. 17-yard rush, trying to fight through them tacklers. Jackson King looking to show off that he is a power runner, not just with his blazing speed there. Falls forward and picks up a nice gain. 2nd and 6 this time. Another read option. Mark Stoops surely has his game plan set today. King cuts up the field again, 11-yard rush, and Kentucky Wildcats are knocking on the door again. King already has 4 rushes for 52 yards, and we ain't even made it to halftime yet. The game plan certainly working well for the Wildcats thus far. Asim Rose on the draw play here on 2nd and 12, fights his way up. A 9-yard gain there, would not get close enough, but on 3rd and 4, Mark Stoops called in the play, the fake jet sweep here. Handoff up the middle to Kavosi Smoke. He had a lane, did not take it, and it is 4th and 1, but the offense still on the field. Loaded formation, tossed to Kavosi Smoke, who's going to walk into the end zone. Wildcats up 14-0 here on the Gamecocks. They are stunned here at home, but they do come down to score here. But the offense has 52 seconds left to make something happen here in this first half. Rolling right, they got the Sandstorm playing here at Williams-Brice Stadium, but it is not going to phase young Jackson King as he is going to work his offense down the field here on 2nd and 3. Looking left, finding Josh Ali there. Only 3rd and 1, though, does not get the first down. The clock does not stop, so we got to hurry up here. King looking left, finds Daly Jr. there on the left side, who will get out of bounds. The freshman Allen Daly Jr. has also had a good repertoire with Jackson King early in the season, and those two looking to grow together for the next 4 years and possibly make some magic happen. King, though, rolling right, finds his man Oliver there down the right sideline. A beautiful 25-yard gain there. Jackson King extending the play with his legs and once again finding a man down the field. Later here, 20 seconds left. Jackson King over the middle. He finds Rigg, who makes his way down to the 2-yard line, a 30-yard gain. They're running hurry up, trying to catch this Gamecocks defense sleeping. Same play, Rigg up the seam, touchdown. Justin Rigg, the tight end. He's been trying to get his first touchdown this season from Jackson King, and the two finally connect there with 14 seconds left. A beautifully constructed drive there by Jackson King, taking another look at the throw there to get his men down the field here and only leave 14 seconds left for the Gamecock offense. They do get the ball at halftime as we are now into 3rd quarter, and they did come down the field and score to make it a 7-point game. But Jackson King comes back onto the field, and that means more points for the Wildcats. Hopefully, it's Jackson King here on 2nd and 3, looking to draw the Gamecocks offsides. Changing up the counts there, and it gets Asim Rose 9 yards. But he bruises his knee, and here on 2nd and 10, we go empty backfield here since the running back's out. Jackson King rolling right, over the middle there, and a very dangerous pass should have been picked off. Maybe the rain stopped it from happening. Jackson King gets very lucky there, and on 3rd and 10, looking to make something happen here. Jackson King drops back to pass, floats one over the middle, bounces off a guy, and is picked off this time by Mukaumu, however you say that guy's name, but he takes advantage of the poor decision there by the young Jackson King. Just looking over the middle, had his eyes dialed in on one guy the whole time and makes a mistake there. But the defense comes up huge with a fumble on the very next drive, the fumble recovery, and the ball is handed back to the defense. The freshman QB is bailed out by a stellar SEC defense that he may not have been used to in high school. But nonetheless, 2nd and 6 here, and they are looking to build this lead once again. Jackson King rolling right, defense locking up downfield. 3 streak routes and a bubble screen. Not exactly the greatest play drawn up there by Coach Mark Stoops. But it's 3rd and 4 here, and King gets taken down on the cat corner blitz there. Nothing he could do. The running back just did not pick him up there on the outside. But nonetheless, South Carolina scores. It is 21-all here late in this game. Only 2.5 minutes left. And Asim Rose starts off the drive with a 3-yard loss here. He has 94 yards on the game. But you would have to think that Kentucky needs to look to their QB here if they want to go and win this game in a hostile environment here in Williams-Brice Stadium. It's 3rd down here. Kentucky only 2 for 6 on 3rd downs this far. Finds his man Daly Jr., but he steps out of bounds. There was no one by him. But Kentucky gets a beautiful sack and then a punt that pins them back deep here. Only 27 seconds left. 2 timeouts, make it 1 timeout after Kentucky takes one. 24 seconds left here. Kentucky a long ways away from home. Can Jackson King pull off the unthinkable? He's got a man deep, floats one over the top. Oliver comes down with it, and he is running, makes it all the way to the 25. Oliver over the top just beat his man. Jackson King makes a beautiful play. They run the no huddle here to try to take advantage. 15 seconds left. Jackson King dropping back to pass. Kentucky does have a timeout. King is rolling left here, looking to get upfield, gets tackled, gets the 1st down, but Jackson King is still down there. His 7th rush this time got him to 57 yards, and he has to come off the field for this final play. Terry Wilson goes in, throws the ball away with 1 second left. South Carolina ices the kicker. So now we have to watch from this view as Kentucky lines up for the field goal. The bird's eye view here. The snap is good. The ball is up, and it is through the uprights. Kentucky wins. They hit the buzzer beater field goal, and they win the game 24-21. Don't know what NCAA was doing there with that camera angle. I guess we were iced too, but a great game by the Wildcats. They come away with it. 13 of 18, 209, and 2 touchdowns here for Jackson King, as well as 57 yards on the ground. A beautiful game rank there by ESPN Classic. But just taking a look at the stats, Kentucky had to go into a hostile environment on a cold, rainy day, and they pull it off, and it was from these guys right here. The ground game, Rose, King, and Smoke put together a performance here. Almost 200 yards rushing on the day for this group here, but mostly Asim Rose, who got over 100 yards on the day. The receivers, not too shabby as well. Allen Daly Jr., a good game for him. And just I took a look at the rest of them. Lynn Bowden, a quiet day, but as long as the team wins, Lynn Bowden wins, so I don't think he's too upset about it. On the defensive side of things, Joshua Pascal got the sack on the day, and if we look, he also forced that fumble earlier in the game and recovered the fumble after that costly Jackson King interception. So Joshua Pascal, man of the game there. But here we are, advanced to week 7, and it is Alabama week. The Wildcats 3-2, looking to take on Alabama at home, luckily. So Kentucky will have that hometown advantage. But taking a look here at the stats, Herb Herbstreit is going with the Crimson Tide all the way as you look at some of the stats there. Offense of Kentucky looking very impressive thus far on the stat sheet. But taking a look at Alabama's schedule there, 5-1, 4-1 on the season there for number 5 ranked Alabama. So it's going to be the biggest game yet. As we see, their passing leader is B. Young because Mac Jones is injured. So the backup QB may very well open the door for the Wildcats coming into this game. But that'll do it for the end of this episode. So guys, if you liked the video, please drop a like. Keep subscribing, comment down below what you've enjoyed the most. You guys have been killing the game once again. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day and enjoy your weekend.